Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Osio, Bonjour, Assalamu Alaikum. This your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor. Do you have questions about claiming your nationality? Are you confused or hesitant on how to get started or where to get started? Resources on what to study? Questions and answers? Maybe even a question on where to purchase an authentic fez. Help me help you. Book your session below. Use keywords Moorish nationality.
Finding out all this shit in Hollywood is fake.
Fake, yeah.
Everybody's finding this shit out. So now it's like,
Ain't no black and white, ain't no division.
there's no black and white, there's no division.
Yeah.
And you've been saying that.
For a long
You've
time.
been saying that.
For a long time. Talk about movies, right? It was a movie called Clone Tyrone, right? And they did this movie, and what fucked about this movie is they did like a study. Now I watched the shit they put back real fast. So in the movie, it's a real fast spot. You gotta really catch it to see it. They going back and they playing with music, and they playing with music with black folks, right? They put them in there, they play soft music, get the love, and they play hard music, get the killing. Soft music, but they make it go by like real fast, right? That's what I'm saying. The frequency is off. They are tapping into everything, but how do a person at home protect themselves from that? I got a lot of viewers, they getting attacked all day long. How do one protect themselves from all of these attacks?
I feel like, for one, change what you're eating, because food is frequency too.
Right.
Absolutely.
You can't have cancer and mucus and acid in your body if your body's fully alkaline. That changes your frequency within itself, changes your mind, your state of mind, how you talk to yourself, everything. That's one thing. Change your eating habits first.
First and foremost.
Because that's the easiest thing you can do, right? Because trying to change somebody's mind, oh, I think about this, and then this is how I'm gonna think. But what's so hard about finding good food? You know, like, yeah, we got a lot of bullshit food out there, but there's alternatives. Don't eat Popeyes and shit. Like,
Right.
I don't eat chicken.
Right. I don't eat chicken.
It's the only meat that causes acid and mucus at the same time.
I quit eating chicken. I'm like, damn, man, I love chicken, but I quit eating chicken. He said something good. If you're watching this, the food is very important. But are you suggesting that when you eat certain kind of food, you'll start getting automatic downloads, like to do other shit?
Of course.
How that work?
You get alkaline, you start to get downloads to where you start thinking faster, thinking differently, seeing things differently. Fast food, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all this bullshit. Half of that shit's not even real meat anyways.
McDonald's say so many billion.
Billions and billions served.
Yeah.
How the fuck are they serving billions and billions when we don't have enough cows to go around?
Right.
What are we eating?
That hit me so hard when I seen that. I said, damn, that shit true. It's like one of the statements that where it gotta be true, because we look at, okay, everyone else is selling hamburgers. How the fuck is it possible? So what the fuck are we eating?
Let me ask you this. How do we have enough cows to go around for all the fast food companies, all the regular, food companies, all the markets, restaurants? There's enough beef to go around? Two, if you test fast food, it's already tested positive for human DNA.
No, I'm playing on me.
Yes, it has. Look it up.
Absolutely.
It's tested positive for human DNA.
Only 30% of Taco Bell meat is actually beef.
What the fuck is the other 70%?
You.
Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Bonjour, Osio, Assalamu Alaikum. Konnichiwa, this your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping some new content. Leave a comment, interact with me. Thank you. I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's jump into another one. All right, so we're back at it again with some food wars. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip at the beginning, and I'm going to show some more at the end to help drive my point home. Yeah, so like, what are we really eating? Like, what's in our food? That's like a question of the times. What we know, what we don't know. Honestly, what we know is kind of startling. It's kind of surprising. It's a little bit scary. It's concerning, just to say the least, honestly, because the list of ingredients that they tell us that's in food, whether it's fast food, whether it's food at the grocery store, whether it's from a restaurant, the information we know, it's like, it doesn't look good, fam. It does not look good. And then you think about what we don't know, what they're not telling us, things you might hear whispers about. Troubling, very, very concerning. So the food that we eat over time historically has become less and less nutritional. So the nutritional value from an apple from like turn of the century, 1900s. All right, so like an apple from 1901 versus an apple from today's time has like 3 times less the mineral content, the vitamin content. You get what I'm saying? So the apples that we used to grow, the oranges, the fruits, the vegetables, the things that we used to grow naturally raw from the ground had way more vitamins and minerals, way more beneficial value toward the human body, toward our human natural biology than the food that we grow now. All right. Soil is becoming mineral deficient. The sustainability of the soil that we're growing our crops from is constantly being reused over and over, and they're not putting the proper nutrition in there. So we're not getting the same value from eating an apple now than, like our ancestors got in the ancient past, or the not so distant past, even like 100 years ago. And it's starting to take an effect on us. All right. I'm going to speak specifically on men in this part right here. So they say like testosterone levels have been dropping every single generation, right? If you pay attention to stuff like that. So it's like our fathers had more testosterone than the men who are, about now. Their fathers had more testosterone than them, and their fathers them. So it's like each generation of men, the testosterone is going down. Men are becoming more effeminate. But that's where the attack is coming from, because the defender of a culture, of a people, of a society, of a civilization has historically been the men of that civilization, that society, that culture, right? So they're attacking us from the inside and out over the generations, and that's no matter what demographic you look at, fam. All right, no matter what demographic you look at, that's what they're doing to all of us. We're not as strong, we're not as spiritually potent as the generations that came before us. They're constantly degrading us generation by generation. All right, I'm going to show the last clip on this is going to be important. It's going to show the degeneration of felines from first generation to third generation. All right, and that's a very, very short lifespan, or a very, very short time for the felines, for them to go to this type of I guess you could say adaptation. Is not even is not even an evolution. It's more of a downgrade, honestly. It's not evolving. It's more likely a deformation, deformities, less mineral content in the bone, weaker calcium density, and all of this type of stuff is happening from the degeneration from the first generation of feline, the second, and even worse in the third. And that's what they're doing to us. That's like the main point of this video. I know it kind of took me a little bit to get there, but that's the main purpose of this video. The food, the water, the environment that we're in, that we're being exposed to, everything that they're pushing upon us, even the clothing that we wear down to the fabrics and stuff, right? All this stuff is constantly attacking our biology, is constantly placed in front of us, placed on us, placed upon us in order to downgrade us, in order to dampen our light, in order to keep us down, right? So be careful what you eat. Be careful what you drink. It's like very, very important to, do your research on the healthiest foods you can possibly afford, that you can get, that's beneficial. Sea moss is very, very important to get, to get all those vitamins and minerals that you need, like 90 plus of the vitamins that make up our body, you can get from sea moss. A raw food diet, switching to more raw foods, less cooked foods, especially staying away from genetically modified organisms or bio engineered organisms, right? But yeah, let me know how I'm doing down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, food wars. So special shout out to the 3 people who constantly watch my videos. They always trying to silence channels like mine. They don't like me putting out this information, fam. Constantly being shadow banned. They're never recommending my videos to new viewers, new subscribers. So I'm really, trying to build this community from the ground, from the grassroots, honestly. So like, share, subscribe. Once again, this is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor. Peace.
There doesn't seem to be enough cattle to supply all these restaurants with beef. The U.S. has around 94 million heads of cattle as of 2025, but not all those cattle are for beef. Some of those are for dairy, some of those are calves, some of those are for breeding. And so the U.S. only uses around 35 million cattle for beef. Americans eat around 50 billion burgers per year of all the burger places, all the restaurants, all the burger places, okay? And each cow can supply about 500 burgers. So if you take 50 billion burgers divided by 1 cow or 500 burgers, you're gonna get 100 million cows needed to supply the burger places. Okay, but we only have 35 million cattle head for beef. So that's a 59 million cow shortage for the burgers. Just for the burgers. Now those 35 million cows that we got, that's not just for burgers. That's for brisket, that's for steak, that's for ribs, beef tips, all the stuff. For all the restaurants. Fast food, sit down, tipping restaurants, the whole nine. So we have a discrepancy here. Now the U.S. also exports billions of pounds of beef to China, South Korea, Japan. We also import from different countries to meet the demand for the beef in the United States. So it kind of cancels each other out a little bit. So the only way for companies to meet the demand for burgers in the United States is to fill it. Add fillers, vegetable-based or other based in order to meet the demand. And of course they did find human and rat DNA in burgers and hot dogs. But that's not to say that we're being 100% Soylent Greened. It's just to say that maybe someone's hair fell on it. Maybe someone's dead skin, dandruff fell in the burger. Who knows? But all I know is there aren't enough cattle to go around to supply all these restaurants.
The Russian president said they are feeding us each other. Watch this.
Soylent Green is a real thing. Soylent Green is a real thing. You're being fed people. That's a whole other subject. It's biblical. It's in the Bible. It says that. That's what's going to happen. And it's going now. Putin is not joking. Putin knows all kinds of stuff. Do you honestly think that a man with so much power and people underneath him that do, undercover work and know what's going on, and they're in the dregs of deep down in the gutters of watching what's going on in this world and searching out and tapping people's phones and companies and corporations, you think he doesn't know what's going on over here? He knows. When he says Soylent Green is being weird, that's what we're eating, he knows. He's seen it. I guarantee you, he's seen it with his own eyes. So I don't eat fast food anymore. I don't eat out. I don't eat out and I don't eat fast food very rarely. I think a couple times in the last several months I've gone Chipotle, but that even gives me the ick now. I just no, the Lord says, my Father says, nah, you know what, here's what this is. He tells me what to eat. He tells me what to eat. He tells me how to clean my vegetables, my fruits, and what meat I can eat. So there's a lot going on, you guys. There's a whole lot going on. And if you feel like
remember, there's always something that we're not being told. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
Can we please talk about how more and more people are uploading videos of how their red meat isn't looking like actual meat? In both these videos behind me, this is supposed to be steak. And this is supposed to be a beef tenderloin. I've also seen it being done with chicken as well, but it's more with red meat. Like, that is not steak. This woman even found a row of teeth in her food from a restaurant, along with the jawbone. And so many people are pointing to the Soylent Green conspiracy theory. This conspiracy theory stems from a 1970s movie called Soylent Green. The movie's based in 2022. The earth is overpopulated, the environment is deteriorating, and people economically are struggling. So these big corporations start making meat out of discarded human remains. Now, am I saying that's what this is? No. It's just really strange that our meat is now becoming something that we're unfamiliar with.
This is how corporate colonization of seeds was cemented into law. Vernon Hugh Bowman was a 75-year-old Indiana farmer who had been growing soybeans for decades, and one season he purchased them from Monsanto. He saved and replanted the seeds as farmers have been doing for over 12,000 years. However, since they were patented by Monsanto, they sued. The agri-giant won the $84,000 Supreme Court case in 2013 and also established a dangerous precedent. The court's reasoning was that when a farmer replants a seed, this is effectively making new copies of an invention which violates patent law. The Bowman decision, alongside corporate consolidation, has had some dangerous consequences. The top 4 seed companies control 84% of the corn seed market and 78% of soybean. From the early 2000s to the 2020s, these seed prices have skyrocketed. Worst of all, we've lost over 75% of agricultural crop diversity. 1.4 billion people still rely on farmer-saved seeds, representing a $6 billion market that the agri-giants view as their biggest competitor. This market is our last hope. Support your local small seed-saving farmers.
This is a raw meat animal with a full, round face. A later examination of the skull showed a firmly developed zygomatic arch. The frontal sinuses were complete, and calcium content of the bones throughout the body ranged from 12 to 17% by weight. The skulls of adult cats with a long ancestry of raw food diets are surprisingly constant. Here we find the development of a second-generation cooked meat animal. The head has begun to flatten and is actually smaller than the comparable raw meat cat. The skull shows the major reasons for this change. The zygomatic arch is not completed. The nasal development is somewhat irregular, and the calcium content has fallen to 10%. Third-generation cooked meat animals show the most remarkable skeletal change. The skull is considerably smaller. It is flat with pointed features. The skull shows a poorly developed zygomatic arch. The bones are paper-thin and soft like sponge rubber. The frontal sinuses had developed in a peculiar fashion, and the calcium content of the bones had fallen to a low 3% by weight.